Welcome to the podcast, Danny.
Cheers, lads. Thank you very much.
Good to have you here. This is Danny from The Smoking Goat. And we've been wanting to have you on for a while, haven't we?
Yeah, for whatever reason, we've had to rearrange. Busy man.
Yeah.
No, it's good to be here. Good setup, like I say.
Yeah.
Like it, yeah.
It's all right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's go from the beginning then. So you and Ollie go back a bit, don't you?
Yeah, so we college and whatnot together.
Yeah,
didn't we?
used to work at Mackie D's.
McDonald's together. So, yeah, we'd known each other years, to be fair.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. So from there, how have you got to where you are now? Where did The Smoking Goat
Long
come
journey,
from?
mate, to be honest. Obviously, I used to work at Mackie's I think I was still at school when I first started at Mackie's. I think I was only 16.
Yeah.
And then just sort of, I don't know, between sort of 16 and 19, I sort of developed this love for like business. Like, sort of really wanted to go at it.
So you've always wanted to start your own business?
Yeah, definitely. And then, so my first one I had, what was that? Maybe 20, 21. Set up the Zorb footballs and stuff.
All right.
Like the big inflatable balls where you just
How was
smash.
that?
Yeah, it was good to be fair. I really enjoed it, yeah. Just watching people smash hell out of the mates on a weekend. It was brilliant.
I've
yeah,
always wanted to have a
good.
go in one of them.
Yeah, no, it was really good to be fair. So it was the first one in Scunny to do that. And then, so we were sort of charging whatever we wanted. I was getting £450 for sort of just a 90-minute party.
Right,
Like 15 people, £450. And you had to lay out the pitch.
Yeah, yeah.
And just from there, I thought, Jesus Christ, this is all right. And then obviously a company cottoned on. And then sort of we had to reduce the prices, and then it just wasn't worth it. So sort of knocked that on the head and sort of looking at different other avenues and whatnot. So yeah, just come from there. I've enjoyed it, to be fair.
So where did the Smoking Goat come from then? Because obviously it's quite different to
Yeah, massively. I mean, I was working on the railways. I was construction manager on the railway. I was working in Peterborough at the time. When I decided I was going to sort of let it go and actually open it. But I'd been sort of planning it for 12, 15 months before, because I'm a massive foodie, as you can probably tell.
Not saying anything.
But no, yeah, I love food, I love good food. So it's sort of food and business. It's just, you know what I mean? It's an ideal situation for a big unit like me. But yeah, I'd been planning it sort of 12, 15 months. And then somebody I know owns a takeaway in town, and I spoke to him, how are you getting on? And he said, we've never made so much money.
Right.
So instantly, boom, I'm going for it.
Yeah.
I can remember ringing my dad. Can I swear on it or not?
Yeah, go for it.
So I rang my dad and I said, I'm going to open up my own business. Obviously explained to him what it was. And his exact words were, who the fuck goes from being a construction manager on the railway to wanting to sell burgers?
It's a massive contrast.
Yes, it's absolutely worlds apart. And I used to love my job as well. Like, I still miss it now. I wish I could go back now and, just like do a shift with the lads. And it was, I really
just the
enjoyed
banter
it.
or just the work itself?
No,
like?
not the work. It's a nightmare. But yeah, just the lads. It's like going to taking 20 of your mates to work.
Yeah.
It was, I really enjoyed it, to be fair. But yeah, from then sort of my dad's words have just sort of stuck upstairs, and my dad's always been my biggest critic, whether it's like football or sort of life choices I make. Like he'll sit me down and say, "You're a fucking idiot," and he'll go the other way and say, "Oh, I'm proud of you," blah blah blah. So, so my dad's probably one of my biggest influences on my
that's great.
life so far. But it's mad how it's all happened.
Yeah, but it's going very well still. I mean, you've got, how many restaurants? Is it 2 you've got now?
Yeah, so I just sold the Italian in Messingham. Obviously, we started on Frod Road, outgrew that one quickly.
Why do you think you've grown so, was it faster than you'd expected?
Yeah, even
obviously
now.
the food speaks for itself. And
a bit disappointed you didn't bring anything.
Yeah, sorry, I've just come straight from Scunny.
And so obviously that's a good help to your success, good food.
Think,
but what else do you think it is?
I don't know. Genuinely don't know. Even now, I say to people, I don't get it.
Right.
I said to Turney in the office at Scunny the other day, I said it's just a burger. I don't know what it is. Genuinely don't know. I know obviously I believe in the product. The marketing side sort of speaks for itself. We gave away a £25 munchie box for free, and just short of 1,500 people shared it.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Like the rise, how quick we've grown, it's been nothing short of phenomenal, to be fair. But yeah, I'd like to take all the credit myself, but there's been a few sort of people giving me advice and stuff along the way, which has certainly helped.
Yeah, yeah.
Obviously, when we started getting big, do you know what I mean? Nicole sort of kept me level-headed. And, do you know what I mean? Now, I'd like to think now I'm probably as humble as I've ever been.
Yeah, yeah, that's good.
Literally when I had nothing, I was thinking I was this big ball and I've got this, I've got that.
Do
you know what I mean? In
reality, it can probably soon get to your head.
Yeah, in reality, I didn't have anything. Whereas now, doing well for myself and whatnot, I'm fairly comfortable. And you'll just see me knocking about in trackies and hat cap on all the time because I can't bother to do my hair. And I don't really. I'm not really bothered about like showing off and whatnot. So that was me younger.
It's a good way to be. It's like you said, it's always really humbling seeing someone who doesn't just flaunt the money.
I say I do well and stuff. I've got, one thing what gets me is people that talk shit all the time.
Yeah.
Like the amount of stuff I hear about myself, I think that's absolutely ludicrous. I've heard all sorts. And the one that winds me up is people say that I'm a drug dealer.
Right.
Just I've got a nice car and do you know what I mean? That's the one thing what really winds me up. It's
it's got to.
You can't give me credit for setting up a business from scratch and doing well.
It's like they're trying to find another reason.
Mental,
like someone's just successful and it happens.
I've heard all sorts, mate. So, but there's nothing that gets to me.
No, that's
just
good.
That comment.
So, yeah. So let's talk a little bit about. So obviously you opened a brig shop.
Yeah.
And obviously
got rid of that fairly quick, to be fair. Yeah.
You obviously had the Italian restaurant and you got rid of that. Talk us through the process of that and what made you decide that it maybe to
be fair, both are similar stories. Just money.
Yeah.
The brig shop had a guy come in from Keelby and just said, "I'll give you this much for it." No problem.
Yeah.
Come and get the keys.
Fair enough.
Yes. We'd been there 10 weeks and I made tens of thousands on it.
Right.
Yeah.
Come and get the keys, mate. And I learned pretty quickly how difficult it was with two different shops, obviously two different locations. You've got two sets of staff. You've got two lots of drivers. You've got two lots of wholesale orders.
Control as well.
Yeah. So it was a bit of a sharp shock. And I think the fact that I made a few quid on it sort of definitely made my decision easier. I can get out of this quick.
Yeah.
Make a load of money and that's it, done.
I guess there's a lot of value in starting up a new shop, getting it to a good level.
Yeah.
And then someone jumping in and kind of
100%.
taking it from that level.
Yeah.
You're almost putting the worth in it before, you're doing the legwork for someone else. And then,
I mean, me and Nicole, when we first got the property, we were doing 16-hour days there.
Right.
Just ripping it out, doing stuff what needed to be done. And I think, look back and I think, Jesus Christ. So, I mean, the stuff we did to get something open. Like when you've got a deadline to hit, you guys will know, if you've got clients or whatever, mainly like me, you take pictures today, I'm saying, right, I need them for yesterday. Yeah. That's, do you know what I mean? Dealing with people like me is, so it's, when you've got deadlines and stuff, because I want to be open this date, I want to be doing this.
Yeah, and you don't want to let yourself down on them deadlines.
So if I have to do 16, 18-hour days, I'm not afraid to do it. I can't now, with my leg, but same with the Italian as well, to be fair. There was, I won't mention names or nationalities, but they're two foreign lads wanted to buy it. Yeah. For whatever reason. And obviously I told my head chef up there, Dante, who's got it now. He said, "Don't sell it to them." He said, "I'll buy it." Right. And Dante's a good lad. A lot of time for him. Lovely guy. Lovely family. You've obviously been there as well. When you did the media stuff for us. So it's couldn't have handed it over to a nicer guy, to be fair. Didn't make loads of money on it, but I knew that Scunthorpe United was coming up. So I'm all about timings. I think everything happens for a reason.
It's weird, isn't it? We seem to have gone the same way. Things just kind of fall into place as it's meant to be. Like getting this place, it was quite coincidental. Yeah,
don't mean fall out a 50-foot building and land on my feet and walk away. That's just seems how like my life's gone. Literally, very fortunate. But I think also there's an element of it's calculated as well. Do you know what I mean?
You still got a plan
I was never planning for it, but it worked out perfect. Yeah. Obviously, I knew Scunny was coming up, and obviously we were going into Scunny, and then it just came up that Casa.
Do you want to give us a bit of a background to this whole Scunny thing?
Yeah, so
for those who might not know.
Yeah, so for them listening that don't know, or watching even, I went in under Dave Hilton, just literally doing the catering on match days and that sort of stuff. And then very quickly we realised it's not going to be viable for too long because of the way that he was running it. Won't go into too much detail because I'll probably get in trouble.
That's fine.
I'll have Tony on the phone straight away, Tony and Michelle. But I think it won't been run the greatest. It's well documented of what was going on there, and it just came to a head pretty quick. So there's a few of us in there now working behind the scenes. So obviously Michelle's the owner. You've got local people that have got their own businesses. So obviously myself, Roger Rahman, who's got takeaways and Mart's property. Lovely guy. Obviously Michelle, she's got Northlink Structures. She's a legend. She's like my work mum. She keeps me in check. She does, mate. Honestly, she's brilliant. Can literally go to her for anything. Nothing's too much trouble. She's helped me out massively since I've been there. It's been a bit of an eye opener for me.
Right. Yeah.
So obviously having your own business and then going in and sort of running a football club, it's fucking hell. Hard work. Yeah. But yeah, it's brilliant. I love it. You've got Simon Elliott who. He's there as well. Tahina Akhtar, she's got her own solicitors firm. George Aikenhead owns AMS. You'll see that on Brig Road.
Right, yeah.
So you've everybody that's in there at the minute is local. Have got their own businesses, well known in Scunny. They've got the club's best intentions. Do you know what I mean? So it's good to be fair. Good set of people. The lads are class. Players and that. The gaffer, all the coaching, backroom staff and that. They're good. I'm down there every day.
Yeah.
So I've been down there all day today.
What's your role there?
Officially, my role is head of hospitality and events. Don't get paid. So it's probably a 40, 50 grand a year job. Do it for nothing. And then obviously we help run the club. So we sort out sponsorships. We try and bring in funding for other bits and bobs, sort of donations to the club, and people that can invest, we'll deal with them and sort of try and get them to invest in the club and whatnot. So I've not really got an official role as such. I'm not really too keen on being a director. I don't want to be, like I say, I've changed a lot in the last few years. I don't want to be out on the pitch paraded and waving and all that sort of bollocks.
Well, you can't with your leg.
I'll be all right, mate. I'll limp out, but no, it's not really for me anymore. And I'm happy with quiet life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to. I've had to do a BBC Look North piece today about the tickets what I bought. Didn't really want to do that, but Tony said, "Go on, you're gonna have to do it. Promote the club. You've got a chance to promote your business." And what? Oh, for fuck's sake! So they've turned up and. We did it this afternoon. I was on BBC Radio 1 beside, which I didn't mind because it's just a voice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whereas now it's like I'm nowhere near a celebrity or whatever. I'm just well known in the local area. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I get spotted all the time if I go into the pub. Oh, you're the smoking goat. Oh, you're the stamp. I can't just have a quiet beer. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not really a fan of all the like bells and whistles that come with it. I don't want no credit for doing whatever. I don't mind talking about it and whatnot, but it's
a bit mad that the smoking goat has kind of got you to that to that position where like you are quite a well-known face around Scunny. Like it's
not always for good reasons.
But like it's the first you really like you hear about something like that.
Yeah.
It's I know it's not what you but it's kind of a bit of a success story in itself.
It's part of the job.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the face of the company. As much as I don't want to be, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
it's bound to happen though. I think with Scunthorpe, it's one of those places where it is a biggish place, but it's also small enough that everybody knows everybody and knows everybody's business.
Yeah,
so it's bound to happen when you open something that is as successful as what it is. People are going to find out who you are and recognise you about. And especially now that you are involved with the football club as well, it's just going to elevate your sort of status even more.
Yeah, no, it's good. I'm enjoying it down at the club, to be fair. We're just trying to stabilise the club, get rid of the debts and whatnot. So we were at 1.2 when we went in. And we're down to about 800k now, which is
right.
good.
Okay.
So when will this be going out?
Next week.
Yeah,
something like
it'll be next week.
Yeah, it's fine. So there's an announcement going out next week about the ground, which is good news, hopefully. So yeah, we'll go from there. Just going from strength to strength, really. So we've had a lot of individuals that have got a few quid and businesses that have come forward and helped us out massively. And without them, and obviously the guys that work behind the scenes, it's a non-starter, really. Because at one point it looked like it was off up to Gainsborough.
Right, yeah.
So you go to Gainsborough, the club's fucked overnight. You might as well just go bankrupt. Probably won't cover 15% of your wage bill going up there.
Have you seen an uptick in fans attending games? Because that was always a thing.
I mean, if you look at the averages, I think even in the Championship we were averaging 4,500 at the top end. So when we were playing teams like Newcastle, and obviously Newcastle was a sellout, but if you just got your standard Reddings and all them lot that come to town, 4,500, 5 as a max, whereas we're in National League North and it's regionalised football. So Scarborough Bank Holiday, we had 5,200. So it's massive for this level. So I think there's chats in the office. We're going to go for the National League record against Chester at home. I think it's in March. Big push. They'll bring a few fans. They'll bring 500-600. So I think the record's about 6,500.
Right.
So we'll be sort of
pushing for that.
Pushing big time for that. Come on, let's get the record. It helps the club out.
Yeah.
Hopefully by that time we'll be promoted or thereabouts. Fingers crossed. That's the aim. It's got to be the aim this year with the squad we've got. So, it's looking good down there, to be fair.
Good. It seems like there's a bit of a sort of a fad, not a fad, like a phase in football in a minute where a lot of teams are getting bought by well-known people. Obviously, the big example is Wrexham with Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney. Like, has that inspired your Scunthorpe United, do you think? And
it's like I'm a universal credit version of them two, aren't I? for a better way of putting it, let's be fair. But it's Matt Dean mentioned it on an interview I did with Radio Umberside. He mentioned Wrexham and that sort of stuff.
It's a big comparison.
It's massive, yeah. But I don't know. Yeah, it's a mad one, really. But
I guess you just want the club to do well.
Yeah, I think local lad, got local business, well known in the area, same as everybody else that's on board. You've not got some big hitter coming in and right, okay, we'll do this, we'll do that. So we have to actually run it as a business now. The hobby days of Steve Wharton are over. He was happy to lose 2.5 million quid a year. Just pennies to him.
Yeah.
I mean, we ain't got that luxury.
Do you think it was very much like I feel like there's a lot of people that do buy football clubs just so they can sort of say, yeah, I've got a football club.
Mate, trust me, there's no money in a football club.
Right.
None. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you need to be a big club at a low level, sort of like your Macclesfields, they probably make a few quid because they're in the same league as Winterton, I think, and they're getting a few thousand in the gate. You've got Bury that's just reformed again, or just sort of conjoined. They'll make a few. They had 17,500 on the opening day there, and they're at the same level as Botty Town.
Right.
So it's, do you know what I mean? They'll be well into profit and stuff, but outside you're probably top 6, maybe top 10 in the Premier League. There's not many that many clubs that can honestly say they make a profit. and it's a profitable business for the owners. How many owners of football clubs do you know that just own football clubs? So it says it all, really.
Right,
Do you know what I mean? You're going to have something else to offset the losses of the football club, or you need some big dog sponsors to cover the shortfall.
What are the kind of plans in place then? You don't have to tell us the confidential stuff, obviously.
Yeah, the ground, the idea is to buy the ground. Like I say, with positive talks at the minute. So yeah, the 15th of November, we're hoping to exchange contracts, and it'd be completed middle of December. Fingers crossed. That's a plan.
Yeah.
A lot of variables involved. There's a lot of people involved in buying the ground, that sort of stuff. So it'd be very easy for something to go wrong, or somebody to say, "Look, not too keen on it. I'm going to pull out." But it's just something that the guys down there would have to overcome and see if we can sort something out. So I know there's obviously positive talks with the Peter Swan, who owns the ground. So yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah, that'd be good.
We just need to try and make it sustainable. You know what I mean? It's that when Michelle took over, there was no, like, obviously there was me, Michelle, Roger, and Lee Turnbull sat in Lee's office for 3 days trying to get a deal done with Hilton just to try and get him gone.
Right.
And it was a nightmare.
Just wasn't.
Yeah, one minute he's down here, the next he's up there, and he'd want X amount of money, then he does and done, and he's giving it to you for nothing, and just so he can save face and get out.
Couldn't come to a decision.
Yeah, so obviously the first protocol was getting the shares from him, which Michelle did. Michelle was the one that stepped up and said, "Come on, let's do it." So, all right, then let's roll. Do you know what I mean? So it was a bold decision, and it's probably one that'll pay off, to be fair. It'll save the football club. Like I say, once Michelle's done and us lot, once it's all said and done, hopefully somebody comes in that's got a few quid. Like the Wrexham megastars, do you know what I mean? It's fingers crossed we can get it, and then we can turn around and, do you know what I mean? We did that. Do you know what I mean? We saved the football club, which it's not just us. I know that you've got the fans. The fans are class.
There's been a huge...
Still support the club, win, lose or draw.
Did they raise loads of money to pay for the staff and stuff?
70 grand.
Yeah,
mental, absolutely mental. This sort of challenges we was up against.
Right.
Obviously, Dave just I'm not paying nobody. So any gate receipts just went into his back pocket, and even the players to him, I said to the players, I'm not paying them. He's pulling all the funding, which is the office staff, tickets, shop staff, and groundsmen, everybody. I'm not paying them.
That's disgraceful.
And we had three big games, but it's, by law, he's not really done anything wrong. Do you know what I mean? In the eyes of the law, it's his company. He can run it how he sees fit, and morally, it's fucking completely different.
Yeah.
So would I run the company like that? No chance. But it's each to their own. That's what.
How have the players been throughout the whole transition?
Good. I mean, we had meetings with the players when at sort of the end of Dave's reign, and I just said to him, look, we need to starve Dave of the cash if he realises there's no more money coming in. So the players were going to refuse to play. It was I can't remember, it might have been the Buxton game. But the players were going to refuse to play if they'd not been paid on the Friday. But obviously he made sure they got paid and whatnot. And then the takeover happened not too long after. But said in the interview we did today with BBC, there's been obviously when I came in, the players were like down in the dumps, had not been paid on time once in the 9 months Dave was there. So they got paid a day early this month. So I went in for breakfast. Everyone like, what's going on here? I was like, you know about? So we got paid a day early.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just little bits like that they appreciate.
Yeah.
The food and stuff. Before we came in to do it, they were going across to the farmhouse to eat. Right. It's all fried shite across there, innit?
Yeah.
No disrespect to them, but it's you don't want a professional athlete sort of eating like fried chicken and stuff for dinner.
No, you want to be
day.
eating decent food,
Yeah, so we've switched it all up for them. Coming on a morning, they have breakfast. They've got poached eggs, scrambled eggs, They've got all fresh fruit out, muesli, do you know what I mean? And the yogurts and all that sort of stuff, and they love it, to be fair. But yeah, the players have been, like I say, I've noticed a massive mental shift.
That's good.
On their part. They love coming in now, whereas before it was like, fucking hell, I've got to go train today, knowing they're not going to get paid for it.
Yeah.
Whereas it's completely different now. Everyone loves it. You can see it. They're all taking the piss out of each other.
I guess because they can see your, like, everyone's vision.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, nobody's a millionaire. Do you know what I mean? It's we've just all plugged together and got on with it. And I think they appreciate that.
Yeah,
they know the club's interests are at heart. Do you know what I mean? It's just like you've got 6 or 8 fans behind the scenes doing it. So yeah, they're invested in what we're trying to do and what the gaffer's trying to do. They know the end goal this season is promotion as well. So fingers crossed in April we'll be there or thereabouts. So
I think from what I've seen, the prospects are looking pretty good so far.
Yeah, we've been battering teams, to be fair. And it's been coming, and we just need to get the away form sorted. We won 2-0 on Tuesday. But yeah, going back to the fans, and I think we had 2,500 there, and it's like just short of a 3-hour journey there. Got the game and come back. So we got on the bus at 2:00. By the time I got back to my house, it was 2:00 in the morning.
Right.
It's a 12-hour round trip. So that for the fans to give up their time and money and that sort of thing. Don't go. Great. Yeah, it got mentioned on the bus on the way back. How many fans we took? It's because it's National League North. I think we had a third of the attendance.
Right.
It was only 8,500 there. We took a third. So
yeah,
like some games we'll go away and we might as well be the home team. We've got more fans there than the home team. Like Rush Hall went away. I think it was an hour and 20 minutes or whatever it was. We had there was more away fans than there was home fans. But every team in that league, it's their biggest paydays when Scunny are in town. We went to Boston a couple of weeks ago on Tuesday, drew 1-1. But their gaffer said it perfectly after the game. We've raised our game. The fans are the best they've been this season. It's the biggest attendance they had on a Tuesday night because Scunny are in town.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's everyone's cup final. So, but everyone knows that's what it's going to be like every time we go play away or every time somebody comes to Glanny Park. It's, I mean, you've got little teams in there that are used to playing against teams like Winterton Rangers. That sort of, no disrespect to Winterton, but it's a different level of stadia compared to, you know what I mean, Scunny United and stuff. So, it's mad, to be fair.
Cool. Going back to the GOAT, because I know some of our listeners like hearing the background of
keep
of
buying
like
it as
the
well.
business.
I might be able to buy Liverpool one day.
So obviously to where you've got to now, it can't have been plain sailing all the way. What challenges have you faced?
How long have you got?
Just pick out a couple.
Jesus.
And how did you overcome them? Like, because people like to know this.
There's not really one that sticks in my mind. Obviously, any business, you two are all right because it's just you two. But any business,
and Tom.
Yeah,
Tom.
Sorry, mate.
Tom's producing for us today.
So for any business, it's staff. Whether there be people. Do you know what I mean? It's people not happy or people leaving or.
But we've heard a couple of times that as soon as you start in like getting staff in the picture, that's when things start getting.
Yeah,
like,
there's always. To be fair,
best make it easy for us, Tom.
Book your ideas up, pal.
To be fair, now my staff have been class. To be fair, obviously we've had some hiccups along the way and whatnot. People leaving or causing trouble, and we've had to get rid of them. And it's just part and parcel of owning a business. I don't think there's someone out there that's got their own business has not had to get rid of somebody. Or but at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do for your business to be successful. So if that means sort of removing the bad egg, then I'm more than happy to do it. I'm not scared to do it. I've done it a few times. And
I'll
do it again, no doubt. But my staff have been class, to be fair. I think they realise sort of when I'm a bit stressed and, I think they choose to so they know when to approach me for certain stuff.
Right.
So if something's gone wrong,
I'll make sure they catch you on a good day.
Yeah, if something's gone wrong or they broke something, I'll get a text.
Yeah.
Or if I'm off sick today, like half an hour before the shift, I'll get a text. Where if something good happens, it's a phone call.
Right, yeah.
Because, nice one. And instead I'll be, you fucking... It's a bit different, isn't it? It's a bit easier to send a text to your gaffer than make a phone call. Oh, I've broke this. It's going to cost you X amount to get a new grill in. Yeah. And you're on the other end of an ear bending then, aren't you? So, no, my staff have been brilliant, to be fair. I can't really fault them, to be fair. They do a good job. They know what I expect. It's a relaxed environment to work. Obviously, you've been there yourselves, haven't you?
Yeah.
Numerous times.
They're absolutely spot on.
Yeah, so it's good, to be fair. I'm proud of what I've sort of put together.
That was going to be my next question. Like, are you proud to see how far it's come?
Yeah, like I say, the rise has been... So originally, I was only having 5 weeks off work. Then I was off back down to Peterborough. Not been back yet. 3 years later. I've still not been back, yeah. So
have you actually quit or have you just not gone back?
Yeah, just didn't go back, to be fair. The project director, Adi, he rang me and he said, how's it going? I said, yeah, really well. So originally, my sister was going to be running it.
Right.
So I was going to get it all set up and running and I'm happy with it, boom, just give it to my sister. Yeah. And then just take 500 quid a week out of it and whatever. And that was the ideal situation. But it just went bang straight away. Yes.
Did you start doing it from home?
No, so I started... so everything on the menu I've cooked myself, come up with. Obviously the chefs at whichever establishment it is, they've always had an input in what we want on the menu. Yeah. So obviously chefs like to get creative and stuff. I ain't got a problem with that. And so the staff will say, right, what about this? What about that? So we'll knock it up. Let's see what it tastes like. And then we can work on the presentation and the costings and that sort of stuff. Yeah. We can go from there. So they're very involved. I'm very rarely there, to be fair, which is perfect for what I've got going on now. At Scunny. So I'm down at Scunny every day till... Last night I was there till like 10 o'clock. Right. So it's just getting stuff done and making sure everyone's happy. And if we, excuse me, just making sure everyone's happy and all that sort of stuff. So it's take my watch off. It's keep dinging like mad.
That's why I don't wear one.
Yeah, I know. Mate, when I fall asleep, I'll fall asleep with my arm like that, and it just wakes me up. But yeah, it's. Like I said, just down there making sure everyone's happy and it's good. Yeah. So. Yeah,
that's right. And how involved is, or how involved's Nicole been throughout the whole thing?
To be fair, she's been really good.
Just tell everyone who Nicole is as well.
Yeah, so she's been brilliant, to be fair. I started seeing Nicole, probably it would have been open a month, I think. I started sort of dating Nicole, and we've sort of gone from there. And she got involved. She used to work at an accountant's. Right. And then it got to a point where obviously my sister was helping me. But my sister had kids and whatnot. So she was sort of doing the best she could, but obviously needed that somebody else. So I just said to Nicole, just said to her one day, so just do me a favour. She said, fuck your job off. Come and work for me. Yeah. She's like, you joking me or what? And her mum was like, no, don't do it. But no, Nicole's been brilliant, to be fair. Like I say, she keeps me grounded. For the business, she's been really good. Yeah, can't fault her, to be fair.
How much difference it makes having someone behind you like that. Not even behind you, alongside you.
I think if she wasn't, probably be in the pub. Do you know what I mean? Right. Yeah. Acting a dickhead. Still do now and again, to be fair. But, it's just
not as much.
No, I've toned it down massively. Like I sort of realised now, like you're the face of the business. And if people see you doing something you shouldn't or whatever,
that could be detrimental.
Exactly. So I sort of keep myself to myself. There's loads of rumours fly about me all the time. It's absolute bollocks. But you just people talk, don't they?
Yeah.
Just only natural,
especially in a small town. It's
if you're doing well and whatnot, people love to talk, and whatnot. So yeah, it don't really bother me, to be fair. It's like water off a duck's back. I've heard it all before. It's just the same shit, different day, really.
Where did the name Smoking Goat come from?
I don't know. I genuinely don't know, mate, to be fair. Just sat in the cabin one day at work and I was going through just like a little checklist. Oh, what about this? No. What about this? No. And then I said, what about Smoking Goat?
Yeah.
And then all the lads laughed at me and I went to get something to eat. I come back. One of them said, that's a good name, actually. I said, why? What makes you say that? And he said, Kieran it was. And he said, what did he say? Something like once you've heard it, so you'll not forget it.
No, it's a very standout-ish.
Yeah, you've got name. That's a valid point, to be fair. So from then it's just stuck.
Yeah.
And at the time, to be fair, I thought I should have done my research. To be fair, I'd done my research on everything else, just not the name, the trading name.
Right.
But yeah, I thought it was the only one. I thought it's the right name, that class.
Yeah.
There's one up in Scotland, one down in London.
Is there?
I didn't realise. Yeah, to be fair, not burger places.
Oh,
no,
right.
that one's Smoking Goat Bar and Grill in Ayr. So it's a bit like a Manhattan kind of vibe.
Right.
And then
have you been?
No, I haven't. To be fair,
I should do that. Great.
I do get the.
You should all have a goat on.
Yeah. When we first set up, we put like Facebook competitions on, and like you can win 50 quid worth of food or whatever. Yeah. And then there was one guy. He was a chef who worked for the Smoking Goat in Ayr. And he was like, it's fake. It's a fake account. It's bullshit. You're not going to get any food. I read it. I was fuming. So I rang their thing. Stop your fucking chefs commenting on my stuff now.
Yeah.
Literally within 5 minutes, it deleted. Yeah, we won't bother you again, blah, blah, blah. And obviously I explained to them, they threatened to sue me. The Smoking Goat, this.
As long as it's
not trademarked.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And it got to a point he was abusing me on Messenger.
Really?
And I said to him, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm going to sue you. I'm going to send you a solicitor's letter. And I look forward to receiving it. Thumbs up.
Yeah.
Every message, thumbs up. I thought bollocks to you. But yeah, everyone else has been good, to be fair. The one down in London, spoke to them.
Yeah.
Their sound, we're not infringing on what they're doing.
No. It's totally
miles away.
I mean, that's it, so far away. London's so much bigger. London's its own country, basically.
Yeah.
So they don't have to worry about competition from
no,
somewhere
definitely not. Yeah. So, I wanted to buy their domain off them.
All right.
Yeah. But they won't sell it, to be fair, which is fair enough. So that's how I got speaking to them, to their owner. They've been really good, to be fair. He literally said, if you need any help or advice or whatever, I don't even know the guy. Do you know what I mean? It's more, some people like that will do more for you than like the people you know. And if you try and rein in a favour from the people you know, but if you have somebody like they've got the same sort of thing going on as you, that's boom, no problem. Yeah, off we go.
Yeah.
So no, it's been good, to be fair.
Yeah, good.
You go back to you mentioning the fake accounts. You've had a few issues with
all the time. I think the last one blocked 30 odd accounts.
Yeah,
really? I'm just going about my business and messages. Oh, is this legit? Like it says on the post, the winner's announced at 4 o'clock. So at 1:15, why do you think I'm going to announce them?
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
and you have people making Smoking Goat accounts.
Yeah, card details,
trying to do their own competitions or something like that. When you put up a competition,
So what they'll do is they'll set up a personal account, so like they do on Facebook. So as is a business one, they'll set up like it's an actual individual.
Right, like
it's So it's a bit. You guys all know it's a bit of a different sort of platform, isn't it? So they try and do it, and then they'll say, "Oh, you've won," but they'll send like 1,000 people a link.
Yeah,
and I'll have like 50 messages. I've won. We had people ringing the shop. When can I pick my 2 burgers up? Like, it's mental. But we've had a couple of people that have filled in the card details and stuff, and they just set up like they just set up like little direct debits and stuff. And someone did it last week. They took £2 out the bank, but they're obviously lining it up for a bigger payment at whenever. So it's bastards.
Yeah, can't believe people.
So that's the world we live in now, though, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it's mental.
It's note for note.
Have you seen the thing they do at the minute where because a lot of places have QR codes now.
Yes.
So they make fake QR codes.
I've seen that on the car park.
Yeah.
It's a good idea, isn't it? Might do that myself.
Easy money.
But yeah, there's loads of ways out that you can do it. It's QR codes, that one's clever, to be fair. They are. They're well ahead of... you can't really give them credit, but they're well ahead of, do you know what I mean, your average Joe. I won't think twice about scanning that.
No.
I won't think, peel it off the back.
Yeah.
I'm not messing about with that.
Yeah, well, I'd definitely be a lot more inclined to check now.
Yeah, definitely. You've been done by it like that or not?
I'm quite lucky. I've not been.
No, I'm quite savvy with stuff like that.
I've got a few people. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, I'm very cautious with everything. Even like the lads will put links in like the WhatsApp groups or something like that, and I'm always a bit funny about even just clicking on the link like in the WhatsApp group. And it's you can't. You have to be like that nowadays because you can get caught out.
Yeah, going back
really
to
easy.
Obviously the link between all the smoking goats. When I first opened, I had an energy bill from a debt collection company.
Oh no!
But it was for an address. Obviously, it was sent to our registered office from company's house. But it was an address up in Scotland.
Right.
So they'd obviously not paid the gas and electric or whatever.
Right.
I think it was just electric. Obviously not paid it, and I was getting threats of debt collectors. And
was you?
Yeah, I've been in business about probably a week, 2 weeks. Not fucking sound. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I think it was about 12.5 grand. And I had to prove that
they want you.
I haven't got a shop, which is then an estate agent's. That how do you prove you've not been somewhere?
A photo of you outside Steelworks.
Exactly.
This is where I am right now.
It's madness. Couldn't believe it. So it took me months and months to get that sorted with a solicitor. But yeah, I had to prove to them that I'd not had a unit up there and all that sort of stuff. So it's it's been hard work. But
what's how do you see like your future now? Like, what's the plan for the Smoking Goat and for Scunthorpe?
I've got an exit plan.
Right.
Won't tell you what it is, or when it is, or how much it is. But yeah, I've got a plan in place. I've had a couple of people ask.
I bet.
Yeah, I've had a couple of serious offers, to be fair. Both the same price, £500,000.
Right.
Just turned it down straight away. No chance. Nah. I think there's a lot of legs left in it yet.
Yeah.
So there's the drive-through is the dream.
Yeah, I've seen you mentioning
January 25.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
awesome.
That's the plan.
That's another one that's going to be a bit of a first of its kind, isn't it? Really, especially around here, like because typically your drive-throughs are your Macca's, your KFCs, your big chains, aren't they?
I'm going to take them on.
Do it, mate. Yeah,
balls deep.
Do it,
definitely. I mean, it's quite a big thing in America, isn't it, for independent
I think,
food places to have drive-through.
Somebody said to me, "There's no independent drive-throughs in the UK."
Oh, really?
So we could be the first.
That'd be awesome.
So but that ball's already rolling.
Is it?
Yeah, we had a survey done
in Scunny.
Yeah, in Scunny. Yeah, good location as well.
Yeah,
we had a survey done last week. Got some plans drawn up. I've not actually seen them yet. But I know they got completed earlier this week.
Right. So is it going to be a drive-through, just drive-through, or is it going to be a restaurant as well?
Yeah, it'll have like a small sit-down.
Cool, yeah.
But the drive-through's the main one.
Yeah.
If we can get
it's a good thing to have.
Do you have to change how you... Sorry, interrupt.
No, that's fine. It's fine.
Do you have to change how you cook things?
Yeah, so the kit we've got at the Goat is just big grills like this table.
Yeah.
Obviously, the sort of same width. It's good commercial stuff. Whereas when you go to that level, your kit's massive.
Yeah.
Like the grills are 30-odd grand plus VAT.
Right.
Would need 2 of them. Like you're talking like walking fridges like the size of this room. Do you know what I mean? It's mega.
Yeah.
You're going to keep
kit. So like what the setup at Macca's?
Literally, yeah. Literally that sort of stuff.
Do you still use Taylor's Butchers?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to be happy, aren't they?
Yeah, Ash will be, yeah. Yeah, it's, they look after us, to be fair. Taylor's, they have done for a long time. But no, it's daunting, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think, fuck me, what am I doing?
Yeah, you'll smash
it. But then just sort of the person I am, I think, fuck it. What have I got to lose?
Yeah.
Well, that's it, yeah.
If I go bankrupt tomorrow, I've had a fucking good time doing it. Do you know what I mean?
And at least you can say you've tried.
That's things that it's got me, the places it's taken me. Do you know what I mean? It's more than some people do in a lifetime. And I know I'm fortunate to be able to sort of say that I've done it, and I've loved every minute of it, to be fair.
I mean, you wouldn't be doing the Scunthorpe stuff if it wasn't for Smoking Gun.
Even through the low times of that sort of stuff, it's all been a challenge. But look back and think, it's actually made me a better person, or I've made better decisions because of that. But yeah, that's the aim, the drive through, and then fingers crossed we can go from there and
think you'll
multinational.
Come down my neck of the woods, come to Lincoln anytime soon.
We did have plans.
Bugging you for this since I met you.
I thought you had
to be fair.
Yeah, you did.
We did. The contract was in front of me.
Oh, was it?
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then found out Wendy's were going.
Right.
So they've not been in Lincoln too long, have they? A few months.
Yeah, I don't think it's that popular though.
Is it not?
Well, it's never got like.
It's just it's not a massive name in the UK, is it? It's in America.
Yeah, that's massive. The thing.
And to be honest, they're not. The bigger competition you'll have now is at Five Guys open there.
Yeah,
but
can't knock Five Guys, can you?
Five Guys is great.
But I still think there's probably some room there for you. But
yeah, something to look at. I mean, we looked at a few units. So there used to be in that quarter bit near the new cinema and whatnot. There used to be a McDonald's.
Yeah,
and it was the old McDonald's.
Yeah.
Unit that we had a look at. Agreed a price on it. All that. Malarkey, and then Summit was just not right.
Oh, okay.
So we pulled out, and then obviously we knew Wendy's were going in. Sort of,
that would probably be a good place to put it, though.
Yeah, that's where we want it to be. What's the quarter? Is it
Cornhill Quarter?
Yeah, Cornhill Quarter. That's the one. Yeah, but there was a couple of units before that, and it's like the estate agents didn't want us there.
Right.
It's changing though around there now. It's a lot.
There's a massive food market going in there.
Yeah.
So potentially we might look at that. I've got approached about the food market. So potentially if we can get a big enough unit, it might be an avenue we can go down. It's not going to be massive, so we can just kit it out straight away and off we go. It's not going to be like a drive-through where it's going to cost me £250,000 and
oh,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah. There's like
it's like a food court kind of thing. What's going up?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Is it? That's not in the corner. I think that's.
No, it's just outside. Yeah.
But
yeah, there was a few places we looked at, and none of them were suitable and whatnot. So, yeah, I'm very astute with stuff like that.
Yeah.
It needs to be, the location's got to be right. Don't care what price it is on the unit. If your location's right, you'll make your money back, no problem. If your product's decent, and obviously I believe in the product, so it's.
Well, yeah, you won't be doing it if you didn't believe in it.
It's.
Do you? I don't know if you'd know this or you'd be able to find out. But do you know if many people are actually travelling to Scunny, especially to try?
Yeah, we get people from all over. To be fair, it's someone came from Scotland.
Really?
Yeah.
Sure, they weren't trying to get to.
Yeah, probably they were probably doing something on the way or whatever. But yeah, somebody actually said we've come from Scotland.
Right.
I think, what the fuck are you doing?
They've come from the Smoke and Go in Scotland.
Yeah, probably to try
this one. Out to London to try.
But no, we get people from all over. We get we get a massive delivery every week to a power station out in Immingham.
Right.
Most of the lads from Grimsby and that there.
So, right, that's great.
We get asked all the time, come at Grimsby. Obviously, there's
That's good because there's Beast Burger.
Beast Burgers out there as well. And to be fair, we went and tried it. The first one wasn't great.
We tried one, and I wasn't overly, like, people were bigging it up.
Yeah.
And it was nice, but it wasn't like, it almost shouldn't have been as bigged up as it was. Because I had really high hopes for it. But
Yeah, I think the first one wasn't great, but after that, we went again and it was good, to be fair. I enjoyed the second one.
I had the peanut butter milkshake, and I love peanut butter milkshake, so that was banging.
Yeah, but it's like any sort of business at that level. Like, your consistency is not going to be there. Like your McDonald's and Burger Kings, they use the same machines. You got it's like robots doing it. All your staff do is put sauces on cheese slices and that. Burgers are cooked perfectly to how they want it done every time.
Exactly
They've got these big clamshell grills and
right.
all the rest of it. What does it for them? So it's people it's not the same. It's hit and miss. It's gonna be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
Beast Burger, it's a smoking goat.
Yeah.
Even with like Dope Burger and stuff. I know obviously they're coming to Scunny. People say,
I've seen something.
People say,
about that.
yeah, you must be not bothered.
No.
Don't care. It's just somebody else. There's other people that have set up and whatnot. But the advantage we've got with Dope Burger coming, well, to be fair, I'll take it back to the start with this one. I know Ollie because we had a conversation about him buying the smoking goat.
Right.
Yeah, so we had a couple of meetings, and then it quickly turned into, we turn the smoking goat into a Dope Burger.
Oh, really?
I said, no, not a chance. You know what I mean? I've started from
Why
scratch.
build something up for so long when
it's my little baby, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, he dropped that into the conversation. I said, no, you've got no chance. So obviously we had a conversation.
A bit cheeky,
about
that, isn't it?
Fair play to him. I'm only going to tell him to fuck off. But no, he's a nice guy to be fair, and I know that one in. I think it's going to be in town.
How is it?
It's going to be franchised, so they've got. I don't know who the guy is, to be fair, but I know they're going to have to buy all the meat and all the sort of condiments off Ollie at Dope Burger.
Right.
So we can charge him what he wants, to be fair. So price-wise, I don't think they'll be able to compete if I was to reduce my prices with them opening up. But I'm not going to. I don't care. You know what I mean? We've got, obviously, we'll go quiet for a bit while the hype dies down. But it's what it is. It's business, innit? We've had other business sort of similar things open up that have shut down since. Which is a shame, to be fair, because every time someone else has opened up, we've got busier. So fucking bring them all, mate.
One thing we ask all our guests, just to wrap up, is we don't ask all our guests to wrap up. One thing we ask all our guests at the end of the podcast is what you would tell your younger self. If you had to give advice to your younger self.
Jesus Christ. I don't know, to be fair. Someone asked me the other day, would you change anything you've done? No. Like, I know I upset people because I say it how I see it, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A spade's a spade with me.
Yeah.
But I have to upset a couple of people at Scunny just because, don't like that. Do you know what I mean? I don't think that's right.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. Everything for a reason, I think. If I'd have made a sort of different decision way back when, would I be where I am now? Who knows?
Yeah.
But I've sort of, I don't think I would, to be fair. No.
That's good.
No.
I think that's good.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Stick to my guns. I'm like that.
Yeah.
So,
where can people find the Smoking Goat?
everyone should know where it is, man. No, I'm on Broadway in Ashby, 35 Broadway.
Social media?
The Smoking Goat _ on Instagram, and there's just a Smoking Goat on Facebook.
Make sure you don't get mixed up with the one in London or Scotland.
Somebody, to be fair, we dropped some food off at a like an overnight shelter for the homeless.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
And they put a post on Monday it was some of the players pre-match stuff from the council game on Saturday, and they tagged a hoax Smoking Goat account in it. Yeah. So I've not said it. I did have a chuckle. They've untagged themselves as well. Cheeky bastards.
That's great.
But yeah, no, enjoyed it, to be fair.
Yeah,
good.
Yeah, cheers for
Good having you
coming on.
on.
Cheers.
Best of luck with everything at Scunthorpe.
Thank you very much. You'll get a call next time I
really
get something
exciting.
open, media and whatnot.
Yeah, that'd be
Same
great.
as normal.
Always happy to come and do some
cool.
stuff for you.
No, I appreciate it.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, man.
Thanks. Cool. Nice one. Good that.
I enjoyed that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Good.
It's all right. Oh, dear me.